Hi everyone, Dr. Joanne here. Welcome to my latest video, 3 Myths of Anger. So I'm a mind-body doctor and a mindset coach. I teach women how to heal their bodies, their emotions, and their relationships. And we do that by cleaning up our mindset. And in cleaning up anger, we've got to address a few things, specifically 3 myths of anger, because a lot of us, without realizing it, we want to clean up our anger. We're searching for things that will help us to heal our anger, but yet we also believe that we need to hold on to our anger for certain reasons. We believe that our anger is providing us with a valuable thing. So let's talk about those things. These are the 3 myths of anger. The first thing that many of us with anger believe that anger gives us is power and protection. So we think that our anger is keeping us safe so that people don't walk all over us. We think that our anger keeps us safe so that we stand up for ourselves. And we think that our anger gives us power over others because we view the world as a power struggle. There's oppressors and there's victims, and we're just trying to have power over each other. So we believe that our anger gives us power and protection. So it's difficult for us to give it up because we think this is true. But this really isn't true. When you look at your mind in a different way and look at your belief patterns and look at what the ego is trying to get you to believe, we see this from a different angle. And really, if you think that your anger is keeping you safe and keeping you empowered, what it's really doing for you is keeping you in what we call attack mode. You feel like you are being attacked or are going to be attacked, so you have to defend yourself. And that creates a battle in your mind. And energetically, it's just all about energy and frequency. So energetically, frequency wise, you have this frequency set up where you're asking the universe to bring you things to attack you and defend against. So you're just continually in battle mode or attack mode. So it doesn't work like that. When you look at it in a different way, you see that power and protection are really, really not what's going on. Anger is not keeping you safe, it's not protecting you, and it's not how you connect in with your own power. So that's a myth. Myth number 2, people really, really do believe that anger is their identity. When we get to work on cleaning up our anger, I've had several people just state that, like, who would I be without my anger? I would feel like an empty shell. So I'm going to need to keep some of my anger, so because it's my identity, it's who I am, and people just need to deal with it. This is who I am. And I would say that for anybody who has been in anger mode most of their life, like I was, and then now are on the other side of anger in the realms of peace and happiness, when you've been on both sides, people on the other side of anger will definitely tell you that who you are is not your anger. Who you are is this other being with a lot of joy and peace in your heart and passion about doing the things that you love. And that's a whole nother side with a whole lot of excitement. It's not an empty shell. It just, everything is brighter and feels better. So, but I get it. When you are in anger and you don't know any other way to be in the world, it feels like that's your identity, but that is a myth. Okay, now myth number 3 about anger. A lot of people believe that motivation is what they're getting from their anger. They will say to me things like, well, it helps me get things done and I can do more. I'm motivated to do more when I'm angry or frustrated or irritated. And I get that. I used to feel that way too. But then I found out that that's just a trauma response with some hurt feelings and some limiting beliefs behind that trauma. And it's really covering up some limiting beliefs like I'm all alone, no one will help me, no one else does anything else around here, I've got to do everything myself. That kind of mindset sets you up where everyone around you is walking on eggshells and you go into overdrive mode and just take care of everything. So you overcompensate. Meanwhile, the people around you start undercompensating, staying out of your way. Just it's easier to stay away from you and not help you than to interact with you. So at first, your anger can help you stay motivated, but in the end, it sucks the life out of you. It takes away all of your energy and your zest for life. So don't fall for these common myths. And also, something else to keep in mind about anger is don't fall into the trap of trying to manage or control your anger, because that doesn't work either. When you try to manage or control any of your emotions, it just leads to bottling them up inside, stuffing them down deep. They've got to come out at some point. And meanwhile, if you're denying and dismissing that you're feeling or experiencing these emotions, again, they get buried, they get out eventually, they find a way out eventually, and they become much more volatile. They're going to explode and be volatile, and it's not going to be a pretty picture. So managing and controlling your anger or any other emotion does not work either. Anger really does take its toll on every aspect of your life. People that are feeling angry, a lot of times they take things personally. So their feelings are hurt a lot. They're always looking and expecting somebody to hurt their feelings or to violate their trust or diss them in some way, disrespect them. So they're always looking for this fight. They feel like they have to defend themselves. And they take everything personally, like people are intentionally trying to harm them or hurt their feelings. How do I know? This was big in my life for several decades. And angry people need to be right. So they're constantly justifying why they are right or why their decision is better than somebody else's decision or opinion. And angry people make incorrect assumptions. They just make assumptions like, I know why you did that, and here's why. And it's always incorrect because you don't think clearly when you're angry. You just don't. Just like when you are wrapped up in fear or worry, you actually become, scientifically, you become a little dumber. Like you don't take tests well if you are worried about it. So anger, you don't think straight. You don't think correctly. So you make all sorts of incorrect assumptions. And anger leaves you in this victim energy. You feel like your power's been taken away from you. You're trying to get it back. You're lashing out. You're trying to get respect and all of these things. And it just doesn't work like that. But a lot of times, victim energy leaves us feeling angry. Anger creates strained relationships. So little by little, your relationships become more and more strained. People don't want to be around you. And you don't know why. You don't know why. You can't figure it out until you get on the other side of it. And then you're like, oh, now I get it. Whoops, my bad. So if you're finding your relationships are getting more and more strained, look at your life. Are you the common denominator? And is it your anger that you need to heal? And when you're angry, no one listens to you because you're too busy trying to prove that you are right or justify your position or your actions or your opinions. Nobody listens to that. All they hear is you lashing out with this attack energy. So they go into defense mode. So nobody hears you. Nobody listens to what you're saying when you're angry. And you don't listen to them either because you're trying to prove yourself right. You're trying to come up with what are you going to say to counteract what they just said. So no one listens to you and you don't listen to them. And angry people, it's like you're taking a poison every day. It's like you're drinking poison all day, every day. So it affects your health and your energy. It leads to burnout and exhaustion because it takes so much energy to be angry. And really, a lot of anger is just a misunderstanding about things. So it leads to burnout, it leads to exhaustion, it leads to insomnia. You can't sleep well at night because a lot of times you wake up with these conversations or fights in your head and you wonder, what could I have said or what should I say to have the last word or to win the argument or to prove myself right? And it's just this incessant thought process that leaves you not sleeping well. Constant anger also leads to unexplained pain. So I've had episodes where I've had low back pain, shoulder pain, blah, 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 blah. And really all it was just I was angry and wanted to be right about something. And I've seen other people with this, clients that I have, when they are angry, it leads to unexplained pain, pain that you cannot explain away. It's not like you had an accident or a fall or anything. It just showed up. You go and have test after test done, and there's just no explanation. But it just fades away over time when you stop thinking about what you were originally angry about. So unexplained pain shows up in your body in a very significant way when you are angry all the time. And anger also shows up in basic symptoms like things that are red, hot, inflamed. So think of fevers, earaches, sore throats, infections like Lyme disease, chronic MRSA infections, staph infections, strep infections, just all of the different kinds of infections that you can have. And then hot flashes. So when we're angry, we're red and hot and inflamed. So think about those types of symptoms. Women with hot flashes, I guarantee you a lot of them are angry about something. Sometimes it has to do with anxiety and worry about things, but a lot of times there's some basic anger in there. So you heal the anger and these types of symptoms fade away very quickly on their own. So anger is just information. It gives you clues on what is ready to be healed or released so that you can move on. And you must learn to take the anger as information so that you can go deeper to uncover what is really going on. So anger can hide hurt feelings. Anger can hide limiting beliefs like I'm not good enough, no one respects me, no one likes me, I'm not deserving, I'm not worthy. We get angry about those things. And then anger can also hide feelings of no power or victim energy. And anger can hide feelings of insecurity. So anger usually covers up things. It hides something. So we've got to dig deeper to find the root cause. So you were never meant to stay stuck in anger, but you were meant to uncover what your anger is hiding so that you can move on with your best life. So know that it's okay to feel anger. It's okay. It's okay to feel these emotions. Just don't stay there for weeks or months or years, because the toll that anger takes on your life is very real. It's not worth it. So if you resonate with this information and you want help going deeper, I have a few resources for you. Go to my website, drjoannetully.com, for some resources there. Within my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called Heal the Anger and Anxiety. On my website, you can get access to an email challenge. It's called 3-Day Heal the Anger and Gain the Emotional Advantage Challenge. It's meant to be done on your own, just via email. If you want to step it up from there, I'm going to be hosting a series of live monthly workshops called Mastering Your Mindset to help you uncover these problems, these issues, these limiting beliefs, and the anger and the fear, all of that stuff, and help you, give you some simple tools to clear them out. And then if you want to go deeper than that, I have a master course, Mastering Your Mindset for Women. If you are a guy, know that I rarely work with men, but if you really want some help with this, make sure you reach out and we can talk about some different options. I just can't have men in my group programs with the women because a lot of women are angry, we've got to work through the anger towards the men, and we need a safe environment to do that. So hopefully that explains that. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this, make some comments. If you need some help, be sure to reach out. There's resources and links in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.